Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create MailerLite subscriber when specific column value changed in Monday.com. Now let's say that I have got the details of my new leads in Monday.com, which is a project management software. Now every time the status of this lead is changed to subscribed, then I want that this lead should be added as a subscriber, should be created as a subscriber in MailerLite, which is an email marketing platform. To do this, I'll have to integrate the two applications, and we can do the same using Pabbly Connect. So here my trigger will be Monday.com and my action application will be MailerLite. Now to understand how you can integrate and automate this entire process yourself without the need of any coding skills, let's begin. So this here is a dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. And if you are a new user, you will have to sign up. It's not going to take more than 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks to test all these automations. Now once you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this and this dialog box has appeared. Here you have to name your workflow. You can give any random name. I'm going to name it as per my objective, which is to create a MailerLite subscriber when specific column value changed in Monday.com. Let's click on Create. As we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the automated reply of your trigger application. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. So whenever you purchase something, so the moment you make the payment, you get a notification on SMS about the amount debited. Now how does that happen? With the help of automation. In such a case, your trigger is the payment gateway and your action application can be any SMS sending application. So once we have understood this, let's come to our use case. So in this particular use case, our trigger application will be Monday.com, which is a project management software. Next is the trigger event. So the trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow run. And here it will be specific column value changed in board. Let's click on this. Now once done, here we have received this webhook URL. This is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and Monday.com so that Pabbly Connect has access to the information. So I'm going to copy this. Once done, here we have to follow the following help desk. Let me show you exactly what you have to do. So first of all, this here is my Monday.com dashboard. Now here you can see I have got this workspace. The name is main workspace. Within this I have created different boards. Now you can create your own board by clicking on this plus icon. Now let's go to new subscribers. This is the board that I'm working on. Now first of all, we have to integrate this table with Pabbly Connect. To do that, here you can see the integrate option. So I'm going to click on this, click on add new integration. Here we are going to look for webhooks. Let's click on this. And here we have to look for when a column changes, send a webhook. Here I'm going to add this to board. Now, first of all, let's delete the earlier integration. So I have deleted this account. Now here you can see here we have to paste the URL. So this URL that we had received, I'm going to copy this once again and paste the same here. Let's click on connect. So as we do that, now here it is asking me for which column has to be selected. So I'm going to click on this. And here you can see I have to select the status column. So I have selected the status column and click on add to board. So this is done. Okay. Now I'm going to close this. Here you can see this is the table. Now whenever the status of the person, the status of the new lead is going to change, then automatically I'm going to receive a response. And according to the response received, I can create a subscriber in MailerLite. Okay. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here it is asking me to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So now let's do a test submission. So I'm going to change the status of this first person, which is demo user, to subscribed. And the moment this is done, let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. See if we have received the response, and yes. You can see event value label text is now subscribed. And now as I take you down, what is the event type? It is update column value. And then here we have received the pulse ID, which is the column ID. And now what was the earlier status? It was unsubscribed. Now here you can see we have received all this information. I want this workflow to continue only when the status of this particular user is subscribed. So to make sure this happens, I'm going to use a feature by Pabbly, which is filter. So filter step allows to execute the workflow only when the set conditions are fulfilled. Here we have to select the label. So I'm going to go here. You can see the previous step. Let's click on this. And now here event value label text. So I'm going to select this subscribe. Now this should be equal to subscribed. So when the condition is true, then only the workflow should continue. So now let's check. So yes, we have received the status, which is a success, and the messages condition is true. Now that the condition is true, I want to create a user in MailerLite, a subscriber in MailerLite. But before that, here you can see I haven't received the user details. So again, I'm going to choose my action application as monday.com. Let's click on this. And the action event here will be to get an item. So with the help of this, I'll be getting all the details, item details. Now let's click on connect. As we do that, here I'm going to select add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need this token. How can we receive this? Let's go back to monday.com. Here we have to go to the profile picture, go to administration. Within administration, you have API. This here is your API v2 token. Copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste the same here and click on save. So as we do that, now you can see monday.com and Pabbly Connect are now again connected. And here we have to select the board, group and item ID. So what is the name of the board? It is new subscribers. And what's the name of the group? So the name of the group is MailerLite. You can see it has already been captured by the system. So we had got two groups. We have selected MailerLite. Next, we have to enter the item ID. So I'm going to turn on this mapping button, delete this. Now I'm going to map this information. How? So you can see the previous step here, step 1. Now here we are going to look for the pulse ID that we had received. This here is the pulse ID. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time your workflow runs and it had received some real-time information, so it should take that into consideration. If I had written this ID manually, then it would never have taken any different ID that we have received, which means that it would have only taken the specific column value that we have changed just now. So to avoid that, we map the information. So please understand this thing, that whenever there is an information which is not going to change, which is going to remain static, then you do not have to map. But when it is going to keep on changing with every response, you always should map the information. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request here. So here we have received the response. This is the data item, this is the name. Here we have the created date and time. This is the board ID, creator ID, group ID. Now as I take you down, you can see this here is the value. So here is the first name, then we have the last name. Here we have the email address of the person, and then we have the phone number. So we have received all these details, and once we have received this, now with these details, I'm going to create a subscriber in MailerLite. So let's look for the application, and here the action event will be to create or update subscriber. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with MailerLite account. I have selected add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need the token. So I already have logged into my MailerLite account, and now I'm going to click on this hyperlink here. As we do that, this is the developer API page. Here I'm going to generate a new token. Let's say the name of the token is PC, which is Pabbly Connect. Here I'm going to select this and create token. This here is a token. Let's copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste the same here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. Okay, here we can see MailerLite and Pabbly Connect are now connected. So once this is done, now here we have to enter the email address of the person. So I'm again going to map this, delete, go to step 3, and here we are going to look for the email address. So this here is the email address of the person. Now here we have to change the status. So the status is going to be active. Then we have to enter the name of the group. So you can see I have created only one group. The name is new subscribers. So I'm selecting this. So let me take you to MailerLite once. Here let's go to subscribers and let's go to groups. So you can see here I have created just one group. If you wish to create new group, you just have to click on this green tab and then you have to fill in the basic details. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, here we have selected the group. Now here we have to map this information. So first of all, we need the first name. So let's go to step 3, and what is the first name? It is demo. Then the last name, so let's go to step 3, the last name is user. Then we need the name of the company, country, city. So we have the phone number, let's map this. So this here is the phone number. Then we need the state and zip code. Now these fields are not required, but if you have the information, then you can always fill this in. This is just a test case, so I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here we have received the response. According to this, now the subscriber must be added to MailerLite. Let's go and check the same. So here I'm going to take you to new subscribers, view group, and let's go down, and here we can see demo@pabblytudes.com. So this particular user has been added here as a subscriber. Let's click on this. So here we can see that it has been added to which group? New subscribers, and these are the details. So this means that our integration is a complete success. Now let's do one thing. Let's check the same in real time. So I'm going to now take you back to mundane.com and let's change the status to subscribed. Now, moment this is changed to subscribed, what should happen? The moment the status here is changed to subscribed, then automatically the user should be created as a subscriber in MailerLite. Let's go and check the same. So here I'm going to go back to subscribers. And here we can see that test@pabblytudes.com, this particular user has been added here. Let's check which group it has been added to. So I'm going to take you down. You can see it has been added to new subscribers. So this means that our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done here. So here our trigger was mundane.com, where the event was specific column value changed in board. Then our first action application was a feature by Pabbly which was filter, so that our workflow continues only when the status of the new lead is subscribed. Then our next action application was mundane.com, where we had received the details of the item created. And our final action application was MailerLite, where we had to create or update the subscriber. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.